Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jamie and today I am starting a very exciting vlog. I'm going to be going on a family vacation, but it is a very special family vacation because we are going on a Greece cruise. My family loves cruises because you get to see so many exciting places in a short time and there's so many cool experiences on a cruise. I just wanted to take you guys with me and then also film the trip for memory so that when I look back I can relive all the beautiful places that I went to. We will be flying into Athens, Greece in 6 days and then we're gonna be getting on the ship. So we're going from Athens. We have Rhodes, Crete, Santorini and Mykonos, and then we're also heading to 2 ports in Turkey. We're going to Bodrum and Kusadasi. So we have lots to pack for, lots of excursions planned, and lots of fancy dinners. So I have to pack some formal dresses, beachwear obviously, some very light white and blue colored clothes of course, because when you think of Greece you think of Mamma Mia, duh. But yeah, can't wait to take you along for the ride with me. I hope that you enjoy and you feel like you're traveling with me. I'm going to go start packing now, so see you in a bit. Airport fit check with something super comfy because the flight's 10 hours long, so I want to be able to sleep. And I have this nice little puffer bag and airplane pillow, and of course there's a blanket in there because I'm always cold. See you at the airport. This is the view from our hotel in Athens on the roof. It's so beautiful. And you can see Acropolis too. That's the view I have from my window. So beautiful. So pretty much right when we got to Athens, we grabbed a drink and put all our luggage in our room, and then we started exploring around the city and we made our way to the Acropolis. So we went to the museum first to learn about the history of what we were seeing, and there were a whole bunch of ruins here and a lot of cool statues that fell from the Acropolis. The sun was scorching hot and we had to take a few breaks while walking directly uphill. But the views were totally worth it. We saw some theaters that are still being used today. Once we reached the top, we had the most beautiful view of the city and we got to look at the beauty of the Acropolis up close. And then once we got back to the hotel, we had the most delicious Greek meal, and we really wish we had more time to stay to explore more of the city, but we had to get ready to board our cruise. Look at her, she's huge. So we said bye to Athens and then we set sail for our next port and then went to go find our stateroom. Okay, so me and my sister are sharing an inside stateroom. So we have 2 little beds and then we have the closet over here. Pretty spacious. And then safe. We have a TV, some little cubbies. Then we have a little vanity here. And this is the bathroom. So the bathroom is also super duper spacious. We have some shelving, the toilet, the sink, and then shower's always a little bit claustrophobic, but honestly not bad at all. Good morning. We just arrived at our first port in Rhodes, Greece. It is just past 8 a.m. We have an excursion. We're gonna go eat breakfast and then go. So right after we got off the ship, we headed into the city of Rhodes, which is surrounded by this huge wall here. And our first stop was their Acropolis, which is a word that basically means the top of the city. So it was very common in Greece for them to build a temple at the highest point of the city. But luckily this time we were going up by bus. Full of peacocks. Oh, babies. Once we got to the top, we went to go see the remains of the Temple of Athena, which was destroyed by earthquakes. And then right beside it, they had a basilica that was dedicated to the Virgin Mary. And then right outside, there was a long pathway that represented the journey that Jesus took to carry his cross. And at the end, there was this huge concrete cross with the most beautiful view. It was so peaceful. Our next stop was the Grand Master's Palace, which had many purposes over the years. At one point, it was the administration center for the Knights of St.
John, and also the summer home for the King of Italy. We also learned about Malta, which is where I'm from, and then after the tour we had some time before we had to leave port, and luckily there was this little stretch of beach that was super close to our ship, literally right off the road, so we got to take a dip in the Aegean Sea before we had to go back on board.
Good morning! It is day 2 of the cruise, so we're at our second port. We are in Crete, Greece. We don't have anything planned for today necessarily, so we're just gonna eat breakfast and then get off the ship and then walk around, see if there's anything to do. Maybe there's a beach close by. And then tonight we have reservations at the Italian restaurant, so that's gonna be fun. And we also are trying out this ice bar on the ship, which is cool because they serve drinks to you in like a glass made of ice and stuff. I'll do a little outfit of the day check for you. A little pink top and some Daisy Duke fit jean shorts. I let my natural hair free today, so it might frizz up. Who knows?
There were some really pretty places to visit in Crete, but unfortunately none were super close to the port. So my dad and I were the only ones to get off, and we looked at the harbor, we saw a fish market, we went into the shopping area, saw pretty churches. Then we took a
gelato break.
And of course we stopped and took pictures every time we saw a cute cat because they're everywhere. And then we just marveled at how beautiful all the buildings here are. Like, this is literally a traffic fines office, and look at it. My dad actually helped take pictures for IG here. And then we made our way back to the ship to get ready for dinner, and we stopped at the ice bar, which is literally a bar made of ice inside of a freezer. So you walk in and there's some ice sculptures, the walls are ice, the cups that they give you the drinks in are made of ice, and it was a really fun experience, but I almost died because somebody spilt a drink and it froze over and I almost slipped and cracked my head. We left shortly after that. So Bodrum was our first stop in Turkey, and we had plans to walk to St. Peter's Castle, and of course along the way we ran into so many little friends, and we also stopped for an iced coffee outside and had this cutie join us.
The baby, so cute.
And on the walk to the castle, they have these covered shopping areas, which was really nice to escape from the hot sun. And there were so many good stores that we went in. This one had so many varieties of loose leaf teas. And then we passed by a pastry store and we kind of just scouted out what we wanted to eat later. So after about an hour of walking, we made it to the Castle of St. Peter's, where we got to see some breathtaking views and go to the Museum of Underwater Archaeology. On the way back, we grabbed something to eat. It was one of the best meals we've ever had away. And then of course we had to grab some baklava as well. Everything was so fresh.
Bodrum ended up being one of our favorite ports so far. Little outfit of the day, wearing this cute little dress I got from Winners, and of course my cross necklace. We're at our 4th stop in Kusadasi, Turkey, and we have an excursion booked today, so we're going to see the House of the Virgin Mary and a few other cool things.
First, we got to visit one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, which was the city of Ephesus, or the ruins of it anyway. And basically, it used to be a temple for Artemis and was also a Christian pilgrimage site.
So if you look closely, some of the statues have heads, while others don't. And basically, they explained that when someone died, they would reuse the statue for whoever the next owner was, but instead of replacing the entire statue, because that would cost a lot of money, they would just cut the head off and replace the head. First example of recycling ever. Here's the humongous theater in Ephesus that all the big artists actually still play at, which is amazing. Imagine seeing a concert here. Oh my god.
Next up on the tour, they brought us to this Turkish leather factory where we got to sit and watch a fashion show of them model a bunch of the leather jackets that they were selling. A lot of them were reversible, so that was really cool, and the quality was so amazing, but they were super expensive, so we didn't end up buying anything in the end. After that, they took us to the place that I was most excited to see, which was the House of the Virgin Mary. It was believed that John the Apostle built this house for her after the death of Jesus, and this is where she spent her last few years, and this was just an intention wall where you could write a prayer for a loved one. This was such a peaceful place and definitely a highlight for me. And then we went to grab a quick lunch before we got back on board the ship. We had a relaxing rest of the day and then got ready for dinner and ate at the Brazilian steakhouse and then got to witness another beautiful sunset at sea.
Okay, because Santorini is kind of on a cliffside and it's a little bit too shallow for the cruise ship to be right up against the land, it parks sort of far away, and then what happens is you have to take a tender, which is pretty much a mini boat, and that brings you to the mainland itself. And because this is Santorini, of course everybody and their mother is getting off the ship. So the idea is to get off nice and early, and luckily we got the second tender off and we got to avoid some of the crowds. And then once we got to the top, it was a very long walk, but the views were breathtaking. It was totally worth it. I got some beautiful pictures of the scenery and in this cute fit. And my favorite part of the day was when we went up to this little landing and there was a Greek man playing this very traditional Greek song on his ukulele. I don't know why, but it made me tear up. It just felt so surreal and I had chills everywhere. The whole day was basically just us wandering around, taking in everything we could, and we eventually got lost at some point, but we made it back to the cable cars, thank God. And so we took one of those back down to the ship, and it was so pretty because we got to see a different perspective of the island. We even saw some donkeys walking down the stairs, and then when we got back on board we did a really cool ropes course and then ate dinner and went to bed. Good morning. This is the last day of the cruise. We're at our last port, which is Mykonos, Greece. And today we don't really have an excursion. We just want to chill on the beach. So we're going to be going over there, pulling up on the beach and chilling for the rest of the day. I also wanted to give you guys a tour of the cruise, and I haven't done that yet, so I'm gonna film that today. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a tour of the ship while most people are at the Mykonos port. We're gonna start on the main level, and then I'm going to go up to the main decks and stuff. So I'll try to show you as much as I can. And hopefully you guys can still hear me when I'm upstairs because it gets really loud because of the wind. So this is the atrium where they do a lot of games and stuff. They have like music. Right now I think they're about to play like Mario Kart on a Switch. But last night I played Deal or No Deal, won a scratch card, so that was cool. And then yeah, they just have a bunch of live events, and there's a bar. At both ends of the ships they have like a set of elevators. Those are always busy. And then if you're like me and you're trying to get your steps in, you can always take the stairs. This is the Illusionarium. Honestly, not really sure exactly what it is. I think it's used in, I think they do some shows around here, or maybe it's just artwork. I have no idea. Okay, so coming back into the atrium, there is a full Starbucks over there because some people just can't go without their Starbies for a week. And then we have one of the main bars, the atrium bar. And now we're heading toward some of the specialty restaurants. So on this ship, there's quite a few. We have Le Bistrot, which is the French specialty restaurant. And then on Norwegian cruises, there's always a very pretty little chandelier. And then we have a comedy club here, which there was no comedian on this cruise, so we never got to go see that. And then we have the teppanyaki. This is another specialty restaurant. And then we have the art exhibit, where they do a lot of auctions and raffles to win art. My favorite is this one of the butterfly, but I don't know if I'll find it. I think it's on a different floor. And then on this side we have two restaurants, Savor and Taste. Those are like the same restaurant but different atmospheres, and you can go there for breakfast and dinner. And then now we're at the back of the ship with the other set of elevators. A little model of the ship, which I'm going to take you to all of this. So let's go up a floor to floor number 7. Floor number 7, we have the Manhattan room. So this one is similar to Savor and Taste downstairs, where it's the same menu, just a different atmosphere. And in this one, the dining room is really big, and there's a dance floor in the middle, and they have live music, which is cool. Wow, there is nobody here. I have never seen this before. And then we have Shanghai's, which was a noodle bar. We went there, it was pretty cool. Bar 21, there's some little blackjack tables there while you're at the bar. And now we're in the casino. I think Bliss is a little bar as well, and it turns into an adults only area at nighttime. But I didn't end up going in there. Going through the casino, back toward the chandelier. We're pretty much going to be zigzagging back and forth through every floor. Then we have more blackjack tables, poker tables. Chandelier. Okay, and now we're approaching the upper part of the atrium again. Of course, there's another bar. This one's Ocean's Bar and Grill. And here you see the view of the atrium from up here. And then they were playing the Olympics over there, which is cool. And then here is the sit-down part of the bar and grill where you can actually have some food. And now we're back at the other end again with the elevators. You can always tell what end of the ship you're at because the mirrors are different too. So at the front portion, there's the rectangle mirror. And then at the back, it's the circle ones. And then over here is the entrance to the theater. The theater's closed right now, so I can't show you, but they have a few cool shows here. We saw the $1 Million Quartet, and we saw a magic show. Yeah, I won't be able to show you the theater right now. Oh, and this is a little bit of there's a little bowling alley here. This is also part of Ocean's. And then we have a few arcade games. I don't know how, but I'm actually really, really good at this basketball game. Even though I have zero eye-hand coordination, I'm a hoopster. Oh, out of order. Okay, well, we're kind of at our port, so you can kind of see Mykonos in the background. And then those are the lifeboats in case anything goes wrong. But we won't be needing those. The door's out of order, so I'll have to take you to the other side. Never mind. Okay, I couldn't go outside, so let's go up to deck 8. So this floor is the floor below mine. Now I can take you outside. It's gonna be a little windy. Okay. Oh, they must be doing some cleaning. Well, you can see on the lower floor down there that there's some shuffleboard, and our room is literally right above it pretty much. So this is our view currently. I shall take you back inside on deck 8. On floor 8 we have La Cucina, which is the specialty Italian restaurant. We went there, it was pretty good. We sat outside during the sunset. And then we have Sid Norman's, not quite sure what they do in there. Another bar, Sunset Bar. There's no shortages of bars on the ship. At nighttime they do a lot of little photo shoots here, it's really cute. We have Wasabi Sushi Bar, which is nice. It's not included, it's extra. We have the raw bar, and then we have an ice bar over here, which we tried. It was really, really cool. I almost slipped and killed myself though because someone spilled a drink and it froze over. It's funny because usually they have like a thing of parkas over here, but they must have taken them down. And then here we have the mojito bar, and they play Latin music, so you know that's where I'll be. They have a duty-free shop, and then this is where a lot of the shopping area is. Everything's closed right now because it's the middle of the day, but usually this is crowded with people. There's a lot of raffles that get done here. You have some boutique stores, the photography area, a lot of jewelry stores. There's also a pharmacy area. Yeah, wow, I've never seen this so dead. Oh, and then at the end here we have 2 specialty diner restaurants again. We have Moderno, which was a Brazilian steakhouse, which was amazing, and then Cagney's Steakhouse as well. The vibes here are so cool. And then of course a big bar in the middle separating the two. So here's the Brazilian on this side, and then the steakhouse on this side. I took some pictures near this wine cellar. Okay, that's everything for inside. So now I'm going to take you to the upper decks where all the activities are. Oh, perfect. We're still on deck 8. There's a lot of seating areas out here too. So when the sunset's happening, this usually gets super crowded because everyone wants that beautiful view. And then yeah, we're gonna go all the way up there. Let's go in the elevator though. Here we have the buffet. There's always people playing music and singing. Morning, hi. And then this is one of the main buffets, so they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner here. It's really, really big, so I'm not going to take you through all of it. This is the inside portion. Here's where everybody is. And then on the other side, we have the pool area. Upstairs we have the American diner and an arcade and some water slides, a jogging track, so we'll go up there after. This level is mainly just the pool. So we have the kiddie area here, some water slides. There you go. And then over here is the pool, another main bar. I don't know what the bar count is at this point, but he lost his balloon. mudslide, yeah. Here is the main pool, and there are hot tubs. I don't know how people can go on hot tubs. I would freaking melt. And then there's sometimes live music. And then on this end, at both sides, there is a ping pong table. And then down this way, we have the gym and the spa. So I like how they separated all the cardio machines in one room with, again, the best view ever. And then they have the actual gym on the other side. There's actually a pretty good amount of equipment. There's a lot of machines. We have some exercise balls, kettlebells, dumbbells, easy bars, cable machine. As you can tell, it's really packed. And then you have a yoga room where they do classes and stuff. And then a cycling room, which I'm not allowed in. Okay, cool. I swore to myself that on this vacation I was going to take a week-long break from weightlifting. I have not touched a weight in 7 days. I feel like I'm going crazy, but it was much needed rest for my body because I haven't taken a week-long break in like years, probably like 5-6 years. So I'm very proud of myself, even though the gym is just so tempting here. And then down there, all the way down, is the spa, which I'm not allowed to go to because I didn't pay for it. Now we'll go up the deck to deck 16. So here's where the views get super nice. And then they have these things in between so that if the wind blows, the chairs don't fly all the way down. They have these cool drop water slides, but I'm not a huge fan of them, so I didn't go on them. I only went on those swirly ones. There is the most beautiful tanning deck on this level too, where you have the best view. Like, imagine just sitting out here reading a book, getting a tan with this as your view. Now we are approaching the jogging track. I have never seen anybody use this, but it is here. And then we have up there the ropes course, which is like a treetop trek sort of thing. I did that yesterday with my sister. It was really cool, and they even have this part where you can go off the edge of the ship. And looking down and seeing the water below was freaking terrifying because it's really, really windy up there too. Here we have the video arcade and then the American diner. Different vibe, same food. I'll take you in the arcade because I love arcades. Pretty empty, but yeah, full arcade here. Here we also have this area where they show movies and they do parties and stuff. Last night there was a Latin party, but I remember even I went on a cruise in 2018 and they had the World Cup final and we were all back here watching it. It was so cool. But yeah, this is another loungy area too. Big screen. Imagine watching Mamma Mia on that in Greece. Iconic. This is the back of the ship. And then if we go up, there's also a sports complex. It's gonna get really windy. Here is the part where it's so scary because that is the area where you can walk and you're hanging over the ship and it's terrifying. It's so far down. I don't know if you can see, but yesterday when I did this, there was no land below. It was literally just water. For the sports complex, up another flight of stairs. There's a basketball court and some little soccer nets that you can play with. This is the highest you can go. I just also found this sun deck for the first time. I had no idea it even existed until now. This is at the very top of the ship as well. You can, I guess, come and tan here, but all the chairs are tied down right now, probably because it's too windy. This will be a good view of the rest of the ship. Wow! Like, doesn't that look like an oasis? If we peek over here, there's something called the Haven, which is exclusive members, but that's their zone all over there in the back. So I'm gonna be heading to the Mykonos port after lunch because we do have to check in for a flight. We're just gonna be going to the beach, so there's not gonna be much to show. But overall, trip was stunning. The experience on board was great. We didn't really have a lot of waves or anything like that, so no seasickness. And then the weather has been amazing the whole time, nice and hot and sunny, blue skies, zero clouds. I haven't seen a cloud in a week. And tomorrow we're gonna be heading to the Athens airport very bright and early, and then our flight is at 1 p.m. and then we are heading back to Toronto, probably extremely jet lagged, but that's what comes with a European vacation. So if you got to this point, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. all the scenery. Overall, I think my favorite ports were Santorini and probably Bodrum in Turkey. Both of those were so beautiful. If you want to see more of this trip, you can follow me on my socials at jamiewhalen.fit on Instagram and TikTok. I'm going to be posting content for a while after this. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know if you want more travel vlogs or what you want me to include next time I do a travel vlog. I'm going to be heading to Vegas in 2 weeks, so I'm going to vlog that, and until then I will see you in the next one. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye!